crafty friends, Shana from ShanoukiArt. It's been a while since I've worked in my Junky junk journal, but I haven't stopped collecting junk and I'm looking forward to using some of it up today. I've literally just stuck my hand in and grabbed a whole pile of junk and then I'm going to see what I can create with it. This makeup box caught my attention. It has an open window in the front, which would make a very interesting element in a journal. I'm going to go with the makeup box. I'm going to cut out the front part of the box where the window is. I am leaving the one side with a longer piece where I'm going to create a fold over. It'll go on the page like this. Now to decorate it. I'm going to use all the scraps that I have and I'm going to put a different piece on each side of the window. Using a glue stick, I'm going to stick these down. They're going to be bigger than the area I need and I'm going to trim them off later. I also have this piece that's really interesting. I'm quickly going to wipe my desk with a baby wipe. There's a lot of glue there. I didn't use a scrap piece of paper underneath my gluing. And then I'm going to trim off the excess on the one side of my window. I'm going to repeat the process on the back using different pieces of scrap paper. And then trim this excess too. So we now have a double-sided frame with a fold. Now I'm going to see how I'm going to attach it to my journal page and what I'm going to put inside the window. I found this beautiful picture of a piece of lace in one of my magazine pages. I'm going to cut that out and see if I can have that as the inside of my window. I really like this picture of this boy. It's from a scrapbook magazine and I'll see where I can use that later. This piece with the 2017 on is from an old calendar. I really like the way it looks. I love the colors and it fits perfectly on the left. So I'm going to stick that down and let some designs develop from there. And then I think the picture of that boy also fits at the top while allowing the 2017 to still be showing. I'm not 100% happy with that lace piece directly onto that green recycling paper. I feel that the contrast is not a good contrast, so I want to put some kind of other paper first before I put that lace piece. I'm finding this green is just a little too bold. I'm liking the look of this one, so I'm going to stick it down. It is bigger than what I need, but I'm going to bend over the excess and stick it to the back of this page. And that'll be the start of the new page. I've left a small amount of that dark green of the original page, just showing around the edge, very slightly. But it is now not overbearing. I'm going to stick down my lace picture. I'm going to align it with the opening of my window. I'm going to stick this down with craft glue as it's a little thicker and heavier and glue stick won't hold. I'm going to place a few paper clips just to hold it in place until the glue dries. I really love these half circles on the left hand side, and I'm going to recreate a similar pattern on the right. Using my round punch, I'm going to punch some circles with just text paper from a magazine. And then just cut them in half. I started placing them at the bottom of the next page, but then I realized I don't want them there. I'm going to move them up to inside of where my window is. Thankfully, the glue hadn't dried yet. I'm going to outline the half circles with a black watercolor pencil. I'm just dipping the point in some water and going roughly around the edges. I'm going to do the same on the original half circles on the left. I'm trying to decide what my focal point inside the window is going to be. I have this die cut leaf that I have from a previous project. It was just lying around on my desk. I'm going to color it in green with a marker and see if that'll look okay as the focal point. In hindsight, the other side of these leaves are a light blue, which I actually could have left and used them as the blue because they would match the boy's shirt on the left. Would have looked quite nice. I didn't notice it though while I was creating the page, so I went for green. I love adding numbers to my work. I found these numbers in a piece of ephemera. I'm going to cut those out and stick them in the bottom right hand corner of my frame. And there's one more number left on that ephemera. I'm going to cut that out and put it on the top left hand corner. I had these circles, and while I was moving them around, I thought it would be nice to put them on the inside of the half circles just to have that additional color. They are, though, the same size as the half circles, so it didn't actually look very aligned when I put them in. So I decided to go with a smaller circle. So I punched some smaller circles from the green spotty paper and cut those in half as the centers. That looks much better. I have space on the left page for journaling, so I'm going to do some of my writing there. And on the right, there is a lot going on. I'm not going to do too much text. I'm just going to write self-expression, which is exactly what creative journaling is. I still have that piece of really fun paper that I want to add somewhere. I love the touch of the pink and the red, which actually connects with that red on the previous page where I did the ruffle. So I think it's a good way to bring that color through. I'm going to add a small piece on the center part of the left page. And then I'm going to cut out a few more of the little circles and stick those randomly on the frame. I do stick them down and then move them around, so you'll see this process change a little bit over the next few minutes. Using my black fine liner pen, I am drawing a few extra ones just to continue the design on, and then I'll also go on to the bottom left. This just helps to create continuity. And I use some Posca pens just to add a little bit of color. And I didn't like that one there, so I moved it off and put it on the inside. I wanted to add something a little bit lighter there, so I used my whiteout pen to create a circle with a dot. There was a bit of an oopsie, so I'm just using a baby wipe to wipe that off. Thankfully, it is on just some magazine paper, so it actually came off pretty easily. I'm going to add some light and dark highlights on the leaves just to create some dimension. I'm then going to use a small paintbrush with some water to blend in the darker areas. I really hope you enjoyed this video of my Junky Junk Journal and were inspired to create and decorate your own. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. Thanks again for watching, happy creating, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.